Today I thought we could eat some raw chicken and have a little bit of fun. To take a look at some of the most retarded things in history of human beings. I mean, it's not a competition to see who's the biggest retard, but these takes might be in the Olympics if there ever was retard Olympics or whatever. So let's get it going, guys. Dr. Seaman. I always love to learn from doctors that are based. Top 25 COVID tweets that aged like milk. Did it age like the raw kefir? Or some other kind of milk? Let's begin with one of the worst ones. I am African. Good to know where not to go. Call me malicious, but I would love Rona to mutate into virus that causes almost instant death to the unvaccinated. Interesting take over there. I thought you wanted to have vaccines to save everybody. Because you are such a good little humanitarian boy. I would sit watching how they suddenly rush out to get the vaccinated and fall over dead in the quawares. How do you pronounce it? It's the lines. Quawares. That's too much for my Finnish tongue. Wait. Dead in the lines waiting. Yes, I told you. I'm fucked over with them. Never go there. Imagine being this confident and this wrong. Dunning-Kruger hits you right in the mouth. Dipple. That's a weird name. Dude, because the unvaccinated live with everyone else, infect others, end up in hospitals, block ICU beds, and thus cause other people to die. Yeah, they definitely do that. You don't live here alone, honey. You are confusing selfishness with freedom. Yeah, guess what? You motherfuckers, you dipple ass motherfuckers, you shedding those shots you got. So the problem is exactly reversed. This motherfucker knew nothing. 3. Imagine writing this in April 2021 and not deleting it in shame. Yeah, bro. This is what we're doing. We shaming these people publicly. Too bad. Their science is still far off with our 7 billion subscribers. So we would have everybody shaming these guys. Alastar, you are an MD? What kind of MD says? Fact, the COVID vaccines are incredibly effective. 100% against severe disease. He's yelling 100%. 100%. Nobody collapsed into the fields or in the TV shows. No, nobody lost family members. Fact, the vaccines are very, very safe. That has to be super safe because you said very 2 times. Severe reactions, 0.005% at worst. No deaths. 0 deaths. Anyone who tells you otherwise is simply incorrect or has agenda. Hashtag. They simply just work. Yeah, you might wanna stay far off from this MD. This doctor might be one of the retarded ones. These people were confident. I would like to know how their views have changed. Some of them might be 6 feet under by this point with these takes. First it was twice, then many more, then 100x at this rate. It crashing. Next tweet will say it's infinite. Ed, let's see about your fun fact. Myocarditis is about twice as likely in people who got COVID than in people who were vaccinated. What else, Ed? The first take was already retarded. Did you know that contracting COVID causes many more cases of myocarditis and pericarditis than vaccine? Ed, you might have a brain that does not function up in that skull of yours. But it continues. This is 2023, bro. Man, you were having these stakes at 23, bro. I'm sick of the rants about the COVID vaccine causing myocarditis. The COVID virus itself causes myocarditis 100 times more often than the vaccine itself. Literally. This means that if you are really afraid of the myocarditis, then you should definitely get vaccinated. Good Tuesday for everybody except those that are unvaccinated. Shame on you, Ed. That brain might be too far gone. History books will love this one. Bruce Arthur. Let's see. Hardcore anti-vaxxers are cancerous to a reasonable society. It's really sad. Vaccine passports, no please. Are you a Fabian, bro? Do you work for the Rothschild? What is this? Are you a Rockefeller, bro? Who is paying your bills, son? I am all for empathy and understanding, and anti-vaxxers belong in goddamn prison, re-education camps. Oh, that was 2019. Oh, this guy chilled 100%. You can almost hear the grant money. Yes, the grant money dripping through this post. Timothy Caulfield with that smug pose. But I like smug poses. If you actually smug for a real good reason. Let's see if Timothy is. Scientists are tired of explaining why COVID-19 was not made in a lab. Verona. It's a rumor that just won't die. Good example of how conspiracy theories take on life of their own. Yet those scientists probably tired of explaining it because they didn't have the science. They didn't have the base science. This tweet from Gorscon reads like it came from North Korean health minister. Actually, North Korea might be one of the most best countries. It doesn't have this fucking world central bank in them. The people don't have technologies fucking them up constantly. They living in the nature, bro. Like I'm thinking North Korea is one big psyop by the Western Fabians and Masons and what else. And North Korea might be the most best country. That's why the Western countries, always when you see Western country hate some small ass third world country, and then couple months or a year later they go in there and terrorize those people and take it over, like what they did to Gaddafi and a bunch of other people in the Middle East, or what they have done to Cuba or North Korea. Not saying these countries are perfect, but they tried to fight the bankers, and what happened? Wow. Anyway, I have long pointed out that anti-vax, anti-mask, oh no, anti-lockdown are all part of the same movement. Anti-public health. PhD, oh no. Who's paying you, bro? Who's paying you? Or you just really got sucked into that Rockefeller medicine? Like they really captured your brain? It's the reason why anti-vaxxers made common cause with pandemic deniers within weeks of the pandemic hitting. Damn son, these are brutal. Medical ethics left the chat. Republicans try. Who's this guy? Cleveland MD. Bunch of MDs. These doctors ain't much smarter than some actual retards. They might be dumber than him. Republicans trying to take my words out of the context as if I deny medical care to people that don't wear masks and let them die. My point is that we can't waste our energy on these Rona deniers. They are not gonna protect themselves. So let them die. Just let them die. They will not find out the hard way. Yeah, this tweet didn't age very well, bro. This MD, I wish my worst enemies wish this MD. Piers Morgan, oh my god. If you listen to Piers Morgan, your brain retarded. Piers locked down his brain in 2020 and never reopened it. People who refuse to get jabbed. But one about lockdowns really a special breed of stupid selfish cunts. In it. Never listen to Piers Morgan. Ben Shapiro, oh my god. We're really hitting these guys. This glow in the dark motherfuckers. Talked fast, thought slow. Yeah, do the opposite. In other words, get the vaccine, dopes. And who's paying your bills? Vaccine demand is dropping, particularly among the young and among minorities. To reverse this, we should tell people they can go back to normal if they get vaccinated. This is precisely what Biden refuses to do, because continuing COVID panic is his lever for change. Man, Ben, those were some retarded takes. Whoever listens to this guy, that brain out up there, it's gone. It's gone, son. See ya, brain. No matter how much salmon you eat, no matter how much sunlight you get, it's done, son. This dude wanted to kill people to protect them. Steve Cox. Whenever anyone says we all die from something, or a variation thereof, to justify not taking precautions to help protect others in this pandemic, we should be allowed to shoot them. Yes. Why? Why are you crying? We all die from something. For you, it's that bullet in your gut. Richard's version of discourse, jab or vanish. The unvaccinated need to be excluded from the public spaces, businesses and schools. Sounds pretty good to me actually, because the schools teaching that Rockefeller knowledge, which is completely the opposite of base knowledge. Most of these businesses just making more money to the bankers, pushing these matrix products that are ruining our health, and public spaces look like garbage Soviet Union houses these days anyways. There's no sculptures or cathedrals or any great works of art that might be inspiring to human beings. The public spaces are garbage these days, so I agree, we should go form our own countries or our own tribes in nature. I thought we beat the Nazis in 1945. So much anti-vax ideology, so many anti-vax idiots. Flushed. Miriam imagined Jesus standing in line for government. Jesus would have gotten vaccinated. That's the funniest one. Miriam. You win, bro. You take the first place. Jesus would have got vaccinated. Thanks, Miriam. I needed that laugh. You have a future career in comedy, bro. Socialism in a nutshell. Duck Little can. Yeah, your thoughts might be a little, just like you did. My position is we must make the lives of the unvaccinated a total misery and just keep escalating the exclusions until we crush their resistance and break their spirit in order to force compliance, and so they learn not to resist government mandates. Duck Little, a true Sith Lord. Seth Gosby. Segregation is okay as long as the right people are locked in. Exactly. Is this the Sidney Crosby's father? The ice hockey player? There are reasonable reasons for segregation of the vaccinated and unvaccinated. The Nazis were not reasonable. Cool story, bro. For a guy who fled internet camps, George Takei sure likes exclusion now. Let's see, George.
will fulfill unvaccinated who end up in hospitals from COVID should not receive priority medical care over others very sick or injured people who are as much in urgent need of medical care.
Cool tag, bro. Man, these people are far gone to the Matrix. Keith Olbermann wanted to banish athletes like it was 1933. In wake of the NFL announcement that if a game is cancelled due to a team COVID outbreak, the team could forfeit the game and the players could end up unpaid. Re-upping this from last week, all unvaccinated athletes should be sent home now. Actually, that's a great idea. These sports are just taking your attention away from what's really important. Fegelding wanted masks for butts. Seriously. With that last name, I'm not surprised. And 95, underwear is not on my 2020 bingo card. But sometimes, if you use that, not on my bingo card, too far gone. But sometimes I think it should. Why? Because Rona 19 can fecal transmit and it's airborne. Eric, sit down. Sit down in the back of the woodshed. It's time for you to go. That brain of yours, it's too far gone. It's one of the things that keeps me up at night. I have hesitated posting about a HQ report on this, but might it feeling fecal dome tonight? Bro, what is? Never forget these days. Never forget. Oh, here's another one. Pierce compared Chap to D-Day. Incredible. Yeah, this guy is something else. Imagine being scared of having a safe. How did you... Pierce, how do you know? How did you know at this time? How do you know now it's safe? Explain it to me like I'm a freaking child. Well, Rachel, for second vaccination. When previous generations braved gunshots from years on end to save us all from tyranny, did they really? Do you understand at all how these wars work? Who's funding and who's scheming to produce these war spears? I think you do, but you play ignorant, but actually you fraudulent. That Pied Piper leading the sheep off the cliff. Anti-vaxxers really are a bunch of spineless pussies. Pierce. Jay thought this joke was clever. It wasn't. Jay Black, some comedian. Let's see how funny you are. Do anti-vaxxers use antivirus software? Or do they prefer to let their computers acquire natural immunity? She didn't want to shame you, just ruin your life efficiently. Professor, oh my god. Prof. Emily Oster.
Shaming people who haven't gotten vaccinated is not likely to work at this point. Or ever. What will? Individual family pressure. Maybe vaccine requirements for things you want to do, domestic air, train travel, workspace events. Yes.
Are you a Fabian, bro? If you are not, you are really retarded. If you are not a shill, like I know some of these guys were shills, but if you're not a shill, you just normie ass normalton, like a regular peasant, and you say these things. Do you know how freaking stupid you are? Like you are championing for the Matrix. You are championing for the guys who are trying to slave you. My body, my choice until Big Pharma calls you. My body, my health, my body, my choice, my body, my right, my body, my voice. Abortion is a human right. It's simple. Okay? That was 2019. 2022. Unless drastic action is taken, Rona will continue to wreak havoc for years to come. The key questions now is what will happen if large parts of the world remain unvaccinated? Man, I wish it was like that.
It has never been clearer that no one is safe until everyone is safe.
And the funny thing is now nobody is safe because this vaccine is shit.
Shedding. God damn it! And they get these freaking shots to animals we eat. Probably chemtrailing our asses with this shit. Fuck.
Sean thought unplugging patients is healthcare.
RCP. Repulsive. If you aren't vaccinated and other people need an ICU bed, we should unplug you, throw you in the family station wagon, and wish you luck. I would even throw in ivermectin for free.
Man, that probably help. Triple dosed, triple run, David Fishman. I mean, you can just tell by this guy's profile picture. Oh yeah, you gone, son. You gone. We know now that full 3-dose vaccine schedule prevents Omicron infection, Omicron transmission, and serious illness from SARS-CoV-2. Mandates and passports remain smart. Yeah, they remain smart. If you IQ retard level, bro. If you IQ 50, then they smart. But if you regular functioning human being, that most people are not these days, thanks to these technocrats and Fabians and bankers and freaking Jesuits and freaking secret society members and freaking paid off politicians and bruh, last one, but not least, this better be good. This guy is now ranting about climate because the script changed. If you like this third, yeah, they tried to erase us, now we have the receipts. Stephen, oh yeah, another one. From a scientific perspective, restrictions for the unvaccinated are simply a protection against their own stupidity. Yeah, because we were the stupid ones.
Not you, Steven.
Yeah, bro. When we have a bunch of people like these, like this tweet had 500 likes, probably because there might be some bots in there. I would not be surprised. And also the algorithm really love this stuff. And the algorithm really hates space science. I wonder why. Why doesn't these people who created the algorithms for these social media platforms, why don't they want people to learn about science and base knowledge? I wonder why. Well, it takes a normal human being to know why. Too bad most of the people are not normal human beings anymore. The evolution is going backwards, and it's really showing with how these people's brains are working. Enjoy the consequences. The compliance boomerang is undefeated, bitch.